I'm a wife, a mother of three, and I am now currently working as an OnlyFans model, making over $200K a month. I love.
Guys, welcome back to At Liminal Period. It's your girl Chun-Li Shoddy. In today's video, I wanted to do a follow-up to last week's conversation where we took a look at that ER nurse that decided to start an OF page. In today's video, she's going to talk a little bit more about her family dynamics as well as how she came about the decision of starting an OF page. And the second clip of today's video is going to be of a much more famous OF model that too was a registered nurse. And I wanted to include that clip in today's conversation because she actually introduces her family, her children, and her husband into the conversation. So we're going to get a little bit of their perspective as well. So without further ado, let's get into today's clips.
I've been kicking around starting my OnlyFans for a while now, but I'm a research nerd. I like everything to be prepared like 150% before I go into it. And I watched video after video. I searched for information and articles and content that I could watch or read that would talk to me a little bit more about what it's like starting an OnlyFans now in the middle of the year 2022. Because OnlyFans really took off in 2020 during the pandemic, and a lot of people were making a lot of good money. And now in 2022, it's a different market. It's super saturated. OnlyFans as a platform is very saturated. There's a lot of content creators, and there's an economic downturn, especially in the US right now, and there's just not as much money to be had that's going around. So I didn't really know, based on my research, because I couldn't find anything, if it was even worth starting an OnlyFans in 2022. So I thought, screw it, I'm just gonna do it. I'm gonna give it 90 days, 3 months, and we'll see how we do. So this video is all about my first week because I'm just wrapping up my first week with my OnlyFans being on and live.
Okay, and before she gets into it, I just want to clarify that it's never worth it. It's never worth it to sell your soul, to sell your body. And it's very clear in this video that she does have a wedding ring on. So I don't know. It's never going to be a price high enough.
I couldn't find the content anywhere. I figured I would just sit down and make a YouTube video about it because I'm sure it's going to be helpful to some of you. So if you do find this video helpful, please do give it a thumbs up. And if you want to see more, please subscribe to the channel so I can continue to put out that content and how it's been for me as a brand new zero following OnlyFans content creator. All right, I've got my notes here and my notebook that my dog like literally just chewed. I want to talk a little bit first about why I wanted to start an OnlyFans. Mainly to pay off student loan debt. I'm going to grad school, my husband's going back to school, and I have my student loan debt still dragging behind me from my bachelor's. I want to get rid of it, and I want to be able to work from home. OnlyFans provides that kind of a platform where I can work from home. It's something that's kind of like fun and creative and sexy, and it's something that appeals to me and is going to be fun for me. If it wasn't something that would be fun or enjoyable for me, I definitely wouldn't do it because I don't think it's worth it. You really put yourself out there in a very, very, very personal way. So if it's not going to be fun for you, stop watching, don't do it, find something else. I wanted to do my OnlyFans under a fake name because I am actually a registered nurse. I have a license, I have credentials that I need to uphold, and I really didn't want that to be part of my life for my nursing work. If it comes out, if it's found out, whatever, I think that individuals, and especially women, should be able to do whatever work they want that's legal, that isn't harming other people.
Okay. And that's how feminism screwed the West.
Which is exactly what OnlyFans is. It's legal, it's not harming anyone, and why should anybody care, really? But there was that like famous OnlyFans model who was a NICU nurse that some people at work found out that she was doing that and subscribed to the channel and took screenshots, which is illegal by the way, of her content on her OnlyFans.
Sorry, I'm so sorry that I'm cutting in, but it still boggles my mind that it's illegal to take pictures of OnlyFans content, but it's not illegal for you to put the content out there. To me, that's just weird. It's weird that you're allowed to do sexy work if you catch my drift, online, promote this shit, have links in your bio, all this good jazz. You're able to put out a YouTube video, but it's illegal as soon as someone else confront the situation and say that they're uncomfortable with it.
Fans page showed management, and management said, you got to stop this or you can't work here anymore.
Exactly. So you weren't just
money on OnlyFans. She's like, peace.
So she wasn't just fired.
From what the interviews I've watched of her, that was a really hard choice for her to make because...
No, it wasn't. It's not a hard choice if she was able to just peace and choose the money. It's not a hard choice.
NICU nursing was like her calling. And I think part of her probably really, really mourns that loss. So from reading her story and watching her talk about it in interviews, I was like, you know what? I just don't want to deal with that at all. And I kind of don't want my like mom and dad really knowing about it. If they do find out,
so you are ashamed.
It's not the end of my world. And also, you should think about that too before you start one. If other people in your life were to find out and if it would like absolutely destroy you, don't do this. Do anything else. Don't do it because it's just not worth it if you feel like if someone found out, it would ruin me. If that's how you feel about it, it's not worth it. It's not worth the stress. So because I decided to create a fake name, do my OnlyFans under a different persona, I had to start my Instagram, a Twitter, a Reddit, my email, everything, including this YouTube channel, under a fake name. I had to create it brand new, from scratch, 0 followers, because if I tried to like pull some of my friends or followers from my personal Instagram, it would link, other people would be able to see my Instagram or Twitter and they'd be like, oh, suggest you follow this person. And they'd be like, oh, I know her. Click. Oh, you're doing OnlyFans. And I wanted to avoid that if at all possible. So nobody that I know or who knows, I'm doing OnlyFans, including my husband, is following my OnlyFans Instagram page. I want to keep it totally separate as long as possible, especially at the beginning. I want to just focus on developing the content and developing good content.
Okay, guys, so that basically concludes the first clip. Again, I just wanted to share a little of context, okay? So basically, she started OnlyFans because she's pursuing her master's. Her husband is getting his graduate degree. They both have student loans, and to them, this is a quick fix, okay? You say that you went through all these lengths in order to keep your OnlyFans and your personal life separate, but at the same time, you create YouTube videos and you have over 1 million views at this point. So I don't understand, you know what I mean? Like, because her YouTube channel literally is only about the back end of OnlyFans. It's like, oh, how did I create my page? What type of promotion am I doing? Like, what is my monthly income? What is my annual income? She's breaking it down. And as you guys can tell, she is pretty smart. You know, she seems like she's very organized, very articulate. She seems as though she's thinking about this in the right way, but at the same time, at the end of the day, still making a choice that morally I would not be able to do. So, and I want to make that very clear that this is just my subjective opinion. Sex work is probably one of the oldest profession out there. But at the same time, whether or not it's a respectable job, that is still up for debate. Okay. And yeah, it's such a shame that, again, there are these nurses that went through all the trouble of going through nursing school. And I've mentioned to you guys in the past that I too went through nursing school. Okay, I know how rigorous the curriculum is. I know how challenging it is to even apply and go. I'm pretty sure I've shared this fact with you guys in the past, but at Georgia Southern, one of the better nursing schools here in Georgia, every semester there's over 800 students that apply for 50 seats, okay? Like, that is a task in itself to just get into the program. And once you're actually in the program, you cannot drop below a 75 or else it's an automatic fail. And you're only able to fail 2 classes before you're kicked out of the entire nursing program. And these are very challenging courses, a lot of coursework, a lot of rotations. It's just moving at quick speed, okay? The amount of information that you're getting is basically like drinking from a water hose. And the fact that you went through all of this, you took out the student loans, you're making good money, because nurses in America, let me actually just do a quick Google search. What is the average nurse salary, and she's an ER nurse. I don't know where she's located, but it's about $30 to $48 an hour. So you're making anywhere from $65,000 to $100,000 annually. And you have a double income household, and you're still unable to pay off your student loans to the point that you just want to have a sexy stay-at-home job to make some extra funds. And again, at this point, she's making more money on OF than she is on nursing. So I don't know. I don't know. Like, again, like, it's just, as being a woman, why would you pursue nursing? Why would you choose to go on the higher road, right? Unless you just have solid morals and values. And I hate to be on my soapbox, but anybody can be a fucking OF model, okay? Like, you're literally risking your reputation, your brand as a person. For what? But anyways, as she mentioned earlier, there was a much more popular OF nurse that was a NICU nurse, okay? And that's the clip that we're about to check out next.
I'm a wife, a mother of 3, and I am now currently working as an OnlyFans model, making over $200K a month. I left nursing. I'm not necessarily by choice.
Hold on. Sorry, I clipped this video last week, but a month, y'all, $250K a month. Let's just do some math. That's what, $3 million a year? I don't know how hard it is for you to make the decision, because obviously you didn't have any morals when you started it, because most people are not making $3 million off of OnlyFans. It's just that she got lucky. Okay. She struck gold. So I don't know if it was actually that hard of a decision for her to make, because she had no morals.
Kicked out when they discovered that I had a side gig.
Just the other night at the bar,
side gig.
Someone asked to take a picture with her.
Our boys reacted just kind of how we expected it.
I was mainly shocked. Yeah, we sensed something was happening, obviously, but we no clue this was happening.
Yeah, never would have guessed that. I'm really shocked.
So like a typical morning for us is you get up, I usually make a good breakfast. Is kind of my meal to cook.
So she got
when I was
boys.
a nurse, we really didn't have family breakfast time because I worked night shifts. So I was like getting home usually exhausted after 16 hours at 8 a.m. And it's like our favorite meal. So it's been really awesome being able to be home and do those things with them. So today after breakfast, I'm going to make sure to touch up my hair and makeup and start choosing outfits and, thinking about what kind of content I'm gonna create. A lot of times I like to log back into my OnlyFans and kind of look at what fans have been requesting, things that they maybe have wanted to see, and that gives me a lot of inspiration for what I'm gonna shoot for the day. Working in ICU nurse was truly my passion. I believe truly I was born to be a nurse. I actually was a NICU nurse, so I worked with neonates and I loved working with families. When the pandemic hit, I think social media in general just kind of flourished. I had a small fan base already from my Instagram, so it was during the pandemic that we kind of started exploring and posting, and it just took off. Got this guy writing music, and you're a TikToker. We're just a content house. We're all a little creative in our own way.
Sorry, but I really hate the fact that she's making it seem like it's a family decision. Like, we started exploring, we started posting things, we wanted to see what would work, and now we are a content family. It's like, outside of you, are your kids actually making solid money? Because I mean, maybe because they're teenagers, and again, this video is from a couple years back, so they're no longer kids. But outside of that, like, I don't think I've ever seen her children, like, they're not hitting it big. So I don't know. It's like, and it shouldn't just be about the money, okay? But whatever happened to just being satisfied with your work and your income? And I don't know, like, am I just settling for less, guys? Like, I just don't get it. And again, you have 3 sons, and you're letting them know that this is okay. This is known to the family, what you do. Obviously, because you're pulling in $250K a month. There's no way they didn't notice a change in lifestyle. There's no way they didn't notice that mom's home all day, every day, and no longer wearing scrubs. There's no way, right? But money will make you do some weird shit.
I left nursing, not necessarily by choice. I kind of was kicked out and booted out when they discovered that I had a side gig working as an OnlyFans model. It didn't sit well with management, and they had a big problem with it, and I was ultimately given the ultimatum: discontinue what I was doing on the side, or I was not going to be able to work on the unit anymore.
So you had a choice.
So
you weren't
now
kicked
I'm
out.
just getting ready, just touching up my hair and makeup, and I'm going to start planning out what content I'm going to do and take some photos. I like to kind of go back and look and see what like fans have requested over the last week and different type of photos. The only other thing is I have to think about like the kid situation. If I'm just taking shots in my room and not really videos or anything, I just shut my door and I can easily get content. It's nice with my older two, like kind of knowing a little bit about what I do, because it's very easy for me to say,
So
hey,
they know.
take your brother for a walk. You know, a lot of times I do ask them to leave, for sure.
Why? Why are you telling them to leave if
First
you're not
time
ashamed
I've
of
heard
it?
OnlyFans was probably around like friends and around the school and stuff, kids talking about it.
Yeah, just the other night at the bar, someone asked to take a picture with her.
Yeah,
She told us about that.
every now and then she has a few people come up to her. Usually late at night when they're out.
She took us out for lunch and sat us all down. She was pretty straightforward with us. We were shocked at first, but we obviously knew something was going on. 'cause
Yeah,
we were
mom's a whore. Of
financially
course we're
getting better
shocked.
and stuff. So
Does that ever lead to awkward scenarios for you all?
No, I just
Not really.
honestly, if they want a picture, they want a picture.
Yeah,
So,
I guess we kind of just go with it.
yeah.
They have no choice.
It's really quite a transition to go from being a mom making breakfast to this. I think in the beginning I used to do this at night and maybe have like a glass of wine before, but now I'm so comfortable with it. But there's definitely a mental shift that happens from mom to full-on alleyway. Today I really want to shoot in my bedroom. I do have a room sometimes that I do this in, but I love the lighting in here. I had no background in photography or anything. These are all things I just kind of self-taught myself on YouTube.
Yeah, every now and then I'll take some pictures. She does it all.
I just kind of played around with what looks best for me, and that's how I kind of taught myself. So currently on OnlyFans, we make anywhere from $150,000 to $350,000 a month. It really just depends how much content we put out. I don't have anything really more. You could really run your whole business off this iPhone.
Are you hypercritical of yourself in these photos?
100%. Yes. I mean, I'll take probably 300 photos before I choose maybe 2 of them. I'm judged for being a mom and an OnlyFans model almost all the time. And the reality is I absolutely hate that, because I don't think being a mom should stop you from doing and feeling sexy and doing what you want to do. I'm a wonderful mom. I stand by that.
I didn't really have a negative opinion or anything. I mean, we just went into it as we'll give it a shot and see how it goes.
I don't think I'll ever return
did
to
she talk you
nursing.
into
It's
it,
something
sir?
that I miss, and I definitely could see myself doing some kind of volunteer, but as far as returning back to nursing full time, I don't think it would be in my financial interest, and I really enjoy the freedoms I have with my family now.
I'm glad she mentioned that. It's not in her best financial interest, because at the end of the day, she has obviously sold her soul. She's sold her body. She's sold her marriage. Like, she can say that she's a great mom, but I don't know how great of a mom you can be when you have teenage sons that are hearing about your OF career from classmates, from friends, when you're out and about grabbing lunch and there are young men trying to take pictures of your mom. There's just absolutely no way that these thoughts aren't going through their mind. And honestly, it just makes me wonder how they view women. Are they just going to see them as money hungry people that are just going to leave them or share themselves with the world? Would these young men actually be able to find love and build a strong foundation? Because this is their example. You have a simp as a dad and you have a whore as a mom. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry, but I don't know how else to interpret it. You know what I mean? Like, how in the world did you convince your husband that this is okay, that this is cool? And as you guys can see from this interview, he seems like a pretty passive guy, but I don't know. You're literally opening up your marriage to the entire world. You might as well be swinging.
Prefer the OnlyFans just because our lifestyle has changed. We get to
Our
be around the kids
lifestyle,
a lot more,
once again.
and I think that's basically the overall goal.
we support her 100%.
I don't have any deadline of when I would stop doing OnlyFans. I certainly, right now it's what I do, and I think I have many years left of doing that. There are people well into their 60s doing OnlyFans, so I think it's something you can do a long time.
Okay, so I guess you guys can keep an eye out for GILF or MILF content from her when she's 60. I don't know, like, she seems like she's still pretty young, maybe late 30s, early 40s. I mean, I really have no idea what's in store for her children or for her for the rest of their life. I don't know if there's any updates on her marriage, but it's really hard for me to imagine that your children still respect you in the same light as once before when you were doing something that was respectable, that was moral, that was helping others. And now, again, you guys are just talking about the finances and the lifestyle, and the entire family now is just content creators. It's not going to be long before, you guys start doing swinging content or, be in a situation like Lana and Adam 22. But I don't know. We seem to be living in this immoral Western culture that just has no boundaries. What is marriage anymore if you're just going to share your body, the most intimate moments, the most vulnerable positions with the world? What is it? Well, why be married? Okay. And is your husband still working? Like, I don't know. Like, I have so many more questions still. I really am interested in knowing whether or not her children, after a couple of years, are they now valuable members to society, or are they also just content creators and, I don't know, riding the wave? You know what I mean? But you guys let me know your thoughts and perspective in the comment section down below. Let me know if you think the husband is a simp like I think so. And honestly, what do you think the longevity is for these women? Because the money is going to run out. Like, I just cannot imagine being able to make 150 to 350K a month every month for the rest of my life. Like, I just don't know how much sexy posing can you do? Like, I just don't know. You know what I mean? Like, what the fuck do you mean you need to go through your comment section and see what people are requesting and get inspirations? Like, I mean, literally, you're just spreading it wide open and taking pictures, ma'am. Like you said, all of it can be done on your iPhone. It doesn't take much effort. You're gonna continue to age. Okay? Like, I just don't know, like, what her thought process is. Like, hopefully she has a financial advisor. Hopefully she's investing her money right. But at the end of the day, I don't think that all the money in the world can be traded for the respect of your children and of your husband and the values. Like, again, one day your children are going to have children. One day. And this content is going to be out there forever. This interview is going to be out there forever. Everyone knows that grandma is a thought. Everybody knows she for the streets. And I don't know if I could live with myself. So anyways, once again, you guys let me know your thoughts and perspective in the comment section down below. I've really enjoyed this conversation. Hope you guys did too. And I look forward to speaking with you guys next time. Bye.